So my name is Chandler Smith. I'm an education librarian here at LSU Health New Orleans, and today we'll just be doing a quick little introduction to RefWorks, just the basic functions. But first, we'll talk about what citation management software actually is. And also for the objectives for today's session will be how to access RefWorks and create accounts, how to import citations from a few different databases, create a bibliography, also some other features, using some other features in RefWorks itself. And then using the RefWorks add-in and Microsoft Word / Google Docs. Today we'll be using Google Docs because we're having issues with the add-in in Microsoft Word, which we've let IT know about. So hopefully those are resolved in the next few days. But they're functionally the same thing. It's just installing it's just slightly different. So what is RefWorks? RefWorks is a web-based software that allows you to organize your research, import references from databases, build a bibliography quickly, and share your references with others. Databases do have the ability to generate citations in various formats, like from themselves, but typically you want to download a file type from these databases. And even though you still are downloading this and having it generated for you, still want to double check them for accuracy. Last year when I did RefWorks, I downloaded a citation from CINAHL, and it had the publication date as 2028, which obviously has not happened yet that year. Sometimes the metadata in those file types are wrong. And that link right there is just a link to our general citation management information guide, which contains information on RefWorks, like some video tutorials and some like longer text-based guides on how to actually use in-depth features of RefWorks. Also for EndNote 25, support is there. EndNote 21 support is still listed there as well in case people are still using EndNote 21. EndNote 25 and 21 are other ones we've offered or still offer at LSU Health New Orleans. And we also have a page about Zotero on there as well, since a few of the librarians use that one and it's free to download and use. Kind of got ahead of myself here, but the EndNote is the other citation management software we offer at the libraries. The current version is EndNote 25. But if you downloaded EndNote like in 2024, you will be running EndNote 21 still, so you would need to update. But we've left information on 21 up there still, since some people might be using that one. And Zotero, as I mentioned earlier, is a free citation management software that a few of us use in the library for some other side niche projects. But we just offer because we pointed out because it's free, and also since we actually have knowledgeable users here at the library, we just want to ensure that we actually have some level of support there for that. Accessing RefWorks, I'll do this live, but just to do it in slide form, just via the library's website, you can click on popular links, or you can just click on databases, which I think is the easiest way to do so. And when you click on databases, you'll be taken to this page with our database A to Z list. But it's right there, under popular resources. There's a little bar right there, or also under R and A to Z list as well. Access it however you choose, but I think this is the most straightforward way. And when you log into RefWorks for the first time, you need to use your LSU HSC New Orleans email. If you use the login for my institution button, we are listed spelled out as Louisiana State University Health Sciences Center. And once that's all done, you should have no issues logging in. When you logged into RefWorks successfully, you'll be brought to this blank page, and the red circle in the top corner is to their YouTube pages where some help videos are located and everything. New features get put in the RefWorks at random intervals. So they've added some new features in January 26th. I'll briefly talk about for a second. But that's just what the homepage of RefWorks looks like. Importing citations. Today I'm going to do PubMed, CINAHL, which also CINAHL would be the same process for PsycInfo and SocialIndex as well, because it's owned by the same company. So the process is the exact same. We also be doing ProQuest, Nursing, Allied Health, and Embase, just to get a variety of databases, because while it's mostly the same, it's still a little different for each database, and there's like little quirks. And PubMed is like their own dedicated file type for the file you need to put input into citation managers. But typically you're looking for the .ris files, but PubMed is a .nbib file. They function the same way, it's just different names for the files, essentially. And just to cover what's going over in the live demo again, is just importing references from our various databases. We're going to find duplicates in RefWorks, how to share folders and add collaborators, and also create folders. And then once again, demonstrating that Microsoft Word, Google Docs add-in. So let me go ahead and pop over to the internet. So from the library's homepage, we can just go to databases right here, and then go to RefWorks. EndNote can be found here as well under popular resources. And I should be logged in already. Yes, correct. So I obviously have citations in my my RefWorks account already, so it's not blank. But this is what, once you've logged in, it'll bring you to this page and everything should be good to go. Your profile should be at the top right here, and you should be showing as Louisiana State University Health Sciences Center right here. How to actually get citations into our databases. We're going to pop over to PubMed. Do lung cancer this time. We're going to use our search of lung cancer and just find an article we think fits our search best. How to get the file type out of PubMed is just clicking on Cite right here and just downloading this .mbib file. That's just the file type. Looks like I've downloaded this file before. And if you're in a previous demonstration, I'll do a different one just in case. Did that download? Yes, it did. Okay, great. So that's how you get one on PubMed. You can also select multiples and have them send to your clipboard, and then go to send to Citation Manager that way. You can select all results on the page or all results, and then create a file. It's just like a zip file, I believe. You can download it. Yes, it's just one set, but I'd say we do multiple. But if you just want to do individually, you can just go to the article itself and click the Cite button right here. Pop over to CINAHL next. Some databases have it kind of integrated to export to the Citation Manager directly, but PubMed, you're just downloading the file type. And right here in EBSCO, in all the EBSCO databases like CINAHL, SocialDex, PsycInfo, you just click the Cite button right here, and it will generate this. You can copy your citation. You want to go to Export Citations, what you're looking for, and you have the direct export to RefWorks, which you can click on, and will probably take a second. And it wants me to log in again. Great, log in. So it's not seamless, but once you've logged in one session in CINAHL, it should import it directly. It'll bring you to this page. You can, from here, you can put it into a folder directly if you would like, or you can just import it into your general list of citations you've put into RefWorks, which we're going to do. You just go to last imported to make sure it's actually put itself in correctly. And right here is the one we just grabbed from CINAHL. And when you click on a citation in RefWorks, it has like this little information bar appears on the right, and it contains the abstract, usually a publication date, like volume issue, that kind of thing. DOI is usually a key piece of information you find there. And you can also upload PDFs to RefWorks as well, should you want to manage your PDFs that way, but that's an optional feature. Some people prefer to manage it in the Citation Manager. Some prefer using the File Explorer or Finder if you're on Mac. And then going to a different database, we'll use ProQuest next. And I should mention that all databases have the ability to bulk export citations in your Citation Manager. I'm just doing the individual ones for the sake of this demonstration. Because right here, you can select 1 through 20 in ProQuest and export all those, or you could just go through and individually select a few on the same page. And you can just click Cite right here. ProQuest kind of puts it a little more forward versus the other one's hiding it behind the actual. They have to actually click on the actual result first. ProQuest also contains a direct export feature as well. You can just click on RefWorks. You can put this. You can select citation abstract only or have indexing as well. I'll do the indexing. Why not? Just hit continue, and it should open up RefWorks again in a different window or tab rather. And once again, you're brought to the screen where you can select where to put things in your folder or just generally in your collection of citations. And once again, you can just go back to recently imported, and then it'll be right there for you with the same, most of the same information on the right-hand bar, right menu bar right here. And then our final database will be going to Embase. Sometimes they make you create accounts to export things. I believe that might, like the bulk export things, to be clear. That might be the case with Embase and Elsevier products. I don't quite remember off the top of my head. It just depends on the database, but typically just getting one citation out of a database does not require any kind of account. So we'll just pick our first one here. And we can do export. You want the RIS format, as I mentioned before, or you can do RefWorks direct export, which we'll try. Submit the RefWorks. Send anyway. And it did not work. Excellent. So we'll just download the file type, since it's going to be a bit finicky. And it's done that for us right there. It just, every database is slightly different and like has their own quirks on how it imports their references. But if you were to download a file type, how to actually get it into in the RefWorks here is just clicking this add button right here and just other file types, selecting file from your computer, and we'll just pick our PubMed one right here. Open this, click import. Again, you can select it to put it into a folder directly if you want to. Well, so it kind of saves you a step. Click import, and it should be in there for us. Yes, that's the one I got from PubMed. And we'll put our Embase one in here as well. This one, you can leave this as the default import. Great, and I'm going to add that PubMed one again because I want to demonstrate the find duplicates feature in RefWorks, just to show how it works a little bit. So it actually finds a duplicate. So going back to our all references page here, we can go to the tools. You can use find duplicates, or you can use the duplicates tab right here in the drop down menu rather. Click this. You can choose what fields you want to have it find duplicates by. I will just leave it by the default ones for this, but you can make it more specific if you need to, or just less specific and have less information, but we'll just leave it as the default for now. And I'll say it started, and this right here's a little loading bar. It will appear green when it's finished. It might take a second, but it should find one given that we have put in the exact same thing twice. So it looks like I found this article, a few months ago, and have put it now 3 times in this RefWorks for myself. So it will select what it deems duplicates. You can manually review these to actually make sure it's duplicates before deleting them. You can then delete them if those 2 look like they're duplicates to you, and just move the select to trash. And you have your trash right here, and you can it won't automatically delete your trash. You like manually delete it, so just to keep that in mind. And going back to our references, for folders, it's very simple creating a folder in RefWorks. You just click add folder, and we can create a new folder this way. You can see I've used folders previously for other manuscripts and some personal projects. But it's very, very simple to create a folder. And if you just click on this, you can, those little 3 buttons for the tab, you can have this drop down menu appear, and you can click share. And you can invite people with their email right here, and then also edit their permissions. You can just have it to where they can read only, or just they can also modify the file if you want to collaborate that way. Very useful when doing, working on manuscripts from people. It's just to keep things organized and collaborative, to make your life a lot easier in general. You can also share a folder right here as well, but there's multiple ways to do so. And then you have tags as well. Tags be useful for you. I don't know if you can actually create tags in RefWorks, and in Note you can. But these look just generated to me. I don't know if you were able to actually create tags. You can try to do so real quick, actually. So yeah, it looks like it automatically just generates these tags right here. I'm not sure if you can actually make your own tags, which is a little unfortunate because it's a nice extra way to like organize your citations that way. But so EndNote's a bit more advanced for that. But those are all the basic features in RefWorks. A new feature that we released in January that they had previously in beta testing was a plagiarism and AI checker. And how you find that in tools right here would be this little plagiarism and AI content checker right here. You can click on this, and you can upload a file from your computer. It is a little bit limited on in terms of like how many files you can actually upload to this. If you click on this little or hover over this little eye right here, it tells you it's limited to 10,000 words per month. And I do know that some of the schools here have access, or all the schools here may have access to turn it in. But I know Allied Health and Nursing do. But it's still useful to have extra plagiarism AI content checker if you deem it helpful and feel comfortable putting your content in there. But I just wanted to highlight that because that's a brand new feature they've actually publicly released and stabilized as of January. And then if you wanted to quickly create a bibliography, you could do so by selecting the references you needed in your bibliography and then hit click create bibliography, click it again, and then it'll have your bibliography here generated for you, which you could copy and paste into a manuscript or just like into a presentation, that kind of thing. You can select your citation file type right here. There's over 7,300 styles right there. So many styles available. Make sure you're actually using the one you need. But one of the biggest and most important features of citation managers is found in their add-ins. You can pop over to Google Docs right here, and how you would add these or install these add-ins rather in Google Docs would be under extensions. You just go to add-ons right here and click get add-ons, and you can search it. You can just search RefWorks to find the RefWorks citation manager. The one for EndNote, you can just search EndNote and it'll pop up. I've already installed both of them, so I won't uninstall and reinstall them again for the sake of this, but I have them both installed and they'll look like this in Google Docs. And to do the process for Microsoft products, I'll just open Word up. It won't work because it hasn't been resolved yet with IT, but I'll just highlight where the actual button is. You would just go to add-ins right here and you would just, oh, they've added them back. Okay, surprise to me. RefWorks had one discontinued one in August last year. So I don't know which one visually is the correct one by just looking at it. Yes, this is the old one. So you can just go to RCM and it will, this is what it looks like when it's actually, you've signed in, of course. You'll need to sign in because it'll sync with your library. It's web-based. But I'll go back to Google Docs just because I've already have that example set up. But that's how you would do it in Microsoft products. So I have these sentences typed out here. So what you could do, and actually I need to resync this first. I've added stuff in. So you can just refresh and update right here to make sure your library is up to date. You can select your citation style type right here. I have APA selected. So let's say I'm citing some literature on this sentence right here. You can just insert citation. And it will format the citation for you in APA style. If you were to delete this citation or edit it, you need to double click on this. Has that changed? Usually, it's very finicky about how you delete things in RefWorks. Let me see. Because usually it brings up a menu when you do that, and that was as of last week. So it'd be a surprise to me if it changed again. Anyways, to cite multiple things, you can just select multiple citations and just click Insert Citation, and it will select these and generate them for you. And what you could do now, let's say you've typed out like 1,000+ words for a manuscript or whatever, and you want to have your bibliography generated. You just go to this little menu right here on the left-hand side and click this. It should generate the bibliography for you in APA format. Also, the plagiarism and AI content checker is also built into the citation manager add-in if you wanted to just do it this way rather than uploading the document. But obviously, this is the main reason we use these. One of the main reasons you use these, rather, is to help make writing your manuscript or paper, etc., very easy and not as time-consuming by having to format things manually. I do want to check myself about the citation deleting because RefWorks used to be very finicky about how you deleted in-text citations. I'm going to just manually delete this. And this matters because in certain citation formats, it's like numbered and how it appears in the article. So if you delete one incorrectly, it sometimes might not have that updated. So I'm trying to see if it, yeah, okay. So they seem to fix that feature, which is very nice because that was kind of a fun little quirk that had to help people before with certain citation formats by not, deleting the citation correctly by RefWorks. So they seem to fix that feature, which is great. But that is all the key main features of RefWorks. And mostly all I had today for our quick little information session. Do we have any questions in the chat?